Hello, my crafty friends. How is everyone doing today? This is Sheree, and I'm here today to work on these two journals. They are two little antique books that this one I just recently received from my dad when I went to Florida and visited with my parents, and my dad saw me working with book pages. I had taken a stack, a stack of book pages to Florida with me, and I was just making things with them while I was there and gluing them together, things like that, making ephemera. So he saw me doing that, and he brought these two little books out and said, and I told you about this before already when I came back from Florida, but in case you didn't know or didn't see that video, yeah, he came out with these two little books, and he said, "Hey, maybe you want these, or maybe you can use these because a lady at church had given them to him, and she had got them at an estate sale. I guess she didn't know what to do with them, and he didn't know what to do with them, but they're nice old books. And this is one of them. It's a Pilgrim's Progress, and the copyright on this one was 1913. Let me show you the cover closely so you can see. It says Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, and there is a design. Kind of look at the design, and there's like a little fan shape here in the middle. So, and it's pretty worn off, but it's still there. There's a little, it's 1913. It's an antique book, over 100 years old, of course. So, of course, there's going to be wear on here, but I still think it's really cool and just, for what it is. I like the charm of an old antique book like this, antique book cover, and the cover is really thin. And so I'll show you the inside in just a second, but here's the other one. This one I had picked up at a thrift store a good while ago, and this one's 1914. So two different, completely different places is where these came from, but they're very similar. So look at the design on here, and it's it's the same design. This one's more worn off than this one. See, here's that fan shape. That's why I wanted you to look at the fan shape. There's the fan shape. So this is 1 year younger, 1914 on this one. But you can see the design here. And it's not embossed or anything. It's just kind of like printed on there, I guess. But I think it's really, really a pretty design. And so this one's Blackmore's Lorna Doone. Here's the back of this one. So what I've done is, when I was at work this week, I worked on a few lunch breaks this week. And because it's cold and I didn't want to really go out. I didn't have anywhere to go anyway. Trying not to go to thrift stores right now. So I will have some Thrifty Thursdays for you, but it's all, they've all been scheduled before now. So the things that I've shown you, I've purchased or whatever received before this video, but they're all scheduled out through February. So just FYI, in case you're like going, well, there's been, I keep seeing Thrifty Thursday and you say you're not going to thrift stores, but yeah. Anyway, I thought I would explain. So what I did is I took some papers to work. So one day I worked on finding pieces that will look pretty on the inside of the cover here and here. This one has this pretty paper inside. And then I've got pages. And then this one has this pretty, look at the cover. And then look, when you open up, look how pretty this paper is inside too. Two completely different papers for very similar colored books. And both really pretty, I think. And then I've got papers cut here. All these papers I cut at work. Just took some papers with me. And there's a paper cutter there. And there's scissors there, so I didn't have to bring any of that. But also, while I was there, and what I want to work on today is finishing off. I made some little like mini library pockets so for the inside here. So this is going to go right there. So I want to finish those off today, and we're going to do that together. So I kept forgetting to bring my corner rounder with me. So finally, I brought it yesterday. But then I didn't end up taking a lunch break yesterday. So there you go. That's how it works. But see, look how it really takes on a more library pocket look when you round the corner. So that's going to go there. I'm going to glue it down. And I just folded them, cut them and folded them at work. And then I brought my glue with me too. I was gonna work on it yesterday and get them glued down and stuff, but nope, I did not take a lunch break yesterday. I was gonna leave early and I didn't do that either. It all, whatever, it is what it is. So, yeah, let's glue these down, and then we'll do this one I cut. I'll show you the pockets I cut for this one, but it's out of the same paper, as you can see. And this was double-sided paper. Let me put the pages right up there for a second. And we'll get these glued in. And I pulled out some scraps, too. I thought maybe we could, I would like to make some more of these little library pockets, or just make more library pockets, what I'm going to call library pockets for like a library card, kind of the shape of a library pockets. There's different ways to make a library pocket. There's no one way to make a library pocket. So don't think, you can't just do your own thing, make it however you want. Maybe you'll find a different way than anyone else. So just use your own whatever paper. This paper is kind of cardstock. Let me see, is it kind of cardstock or is it cardstock? There's different weights of cardstock. So it's either a thick paper or cardstock. And I wanted to use a thicker paper because when you're putting things in and out, if I can, I like to have a thicker paper to, support that whatever thing's going in and out of it. So we've got that glued together, and now the little pocket. Now we're going to glue this right down here. I think it's going to be super cute. So, and we'll put a little something in there, little journaling card or something like that. So I'm just going to glue this down completely right here. So we'll have a nice sturdy pocket. And then we'll do the back, and then we'll do the other journal. And hopefully we'll have time. I've got my scraps out here so I can show you what I'm talking about. I'll have to show you when I get it out. Now, I didn't plan on matching this up, so I think I'm just going to put it down. You could do that if you wanted to, since this paper is the same paper that's right here. I could put it right here, but it would be off to the side, and I want it to be in the middle. So I'm just going to go for it. It doesn't have to match up with the lines. It's not going to bother my OCD. I don't really have OCD, but certain things, when you're a detail-oriented person, certain things like, oh, I can't handle that. That doesn't look right type of thing. This is not bothering me at all. So I just think it's really pretty and really cool and really cute. So put it in the middle. This is going to be a little wire bound with my oak coil, so I have plenty of room for that right here. So, and these are thin covers, so they will fit in my little binding machine just fine. So let's glue this one together. So today, like I said, it's been a little cold this week. I actually wore thick sweaters the last couple of days of work, which I haven't done. I wore sweaters, but not a thick sweater. I was afraid to wear a thicker sweater because I didn't want to be too hot, you know what I mean? But I actually wore a thicker sweater the last 2 days because, and I know different people have different degrees of what they think is cold, but it was only getting up to 45, which is cold to me. So I did, that's the days I wore it. And it started out yesterday it started out at 27, and that is very cold to me. But I know people probably don't even think that's cold that are from wherever, Minnesota or Michigan or something. But there's a lady that lives down the street from us. I don't know her, but when I go to work yesterday, I saw her sitting out on her front porch, and she didn't look like she had a coat on. She's just sitting out there with her sweater or whatever, and sitting out on her front porch. I don't know what she was doing, but 27. I was like, oh my goodness, she's sitting on her front porch. She's always just, not always, but sometimes I would drive by and she's sitting there in the morning. I don't know if she's drinking her coffee or what, but she was out there just sitting and relaxing in 27 degrees. And it was like, wow, I don't know, she just must be really warm-blooded, because I don't even want to go outside when it's 27 degrees, even though I have to go to work. But okay, I'm going to keep this Again, not too close to the side there, but kind of in the middle. So about right there. You know, kind of not too far from the bottom, but not too close to the top, just wherever I think it looks good. And glue that down now. And there we go. We have cute little pockets for the inside of both covers. Just made out of really what was it, you know, something that was a scrap from this paper that I cut to fit inside the cover here. Okay, and I think that was actually a scrap from the last, by the time you see this video, will be the last little kind of antique cover, you know, the bigger one that I worked on. So, yeah. The scraps move on to different projects, right? Okay, so there's that. There's no stickiness outside of the the pockets here, so I can put my pages back here, and they won't be glued shut. It won't be glued shut or anything. Just want to make sure I feel something right here, but it's not sticky. I don't know what it is. It's not sticky though. Is it glue? I don't know. I don't want to scrape the paper off if it's the paper, so I'm going to leave it alone, okay? I'm going to leave it alone. Okay, now this one, the pockets I got ready, because we have completely different paper. It's a bluish and has like these little green pieces on it. So I picked out this one, which was a scrap. I just looked through what I had there at work. Oh goodness, let me take a drink of my coffee. It's morning. And I am in my craft room like I like to be first thing in the morning. It's Saturday though when I'm doing this video, so I don't have to rush off to get ready for work. Yay. So that's going to look cute there. It's got the blue stars on it, and it's got a blue like kind of like blueprint in the background there. I think it's really pretty paper. And I was just, you know, looking through, you know, I was limited as to what I had at work. So I was looking through what I had at work and finding something that worked. So that's an example of just use what you have. You know, don't go out and buy anything. So, and like I said, I'm trying not to go to the thrift store right now. Although I don't know. You know what helps is being that it's cold outside, and I'm like, I get to work and I just stay inside, and then I don't want to go back out. I don't want to go back out in the cold. So as long as I bring something to craft with, I have something to do on my lunch break. Or sometimes, you know, also I might have something like if I need to make a personal phone call, I'll go and do it on my lunch break. You know, then I have something to do on my lunch break is what I'm saying. So like, you know, yeah, you have to take care of things once in a while and give somebody a call, whatever, make a doctor's appointment, dentist appointment, things like that. And that's a good time to get all that done. Just go in the other room and close the door, or go in a room where I can close the door and talk for a minute. So, okay, there we go. Got two more. Oh, did I glue this one? No, I didn't. Okay. I thought I glued that one. I just skipped right to the back. This glue is about 1/4 full, so that's why I keep shaking it. I should put it on its side when I put it down, so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom. But yeah, so like I said, cold last week, and then today we're supposed to be getting freezing rain, but I think it's just rain. I looked outside and I didn't see any freezing. That's how it is in North Carolina. You never know. At least in this part. Maybe in the mountains. We don't live in the mountains. We live in the middle northern center, I guess you could say. So it does get a little colder here than the southern part of North Carolina, but not that much. But it just depends on where the weather is as to what you get, really. I mean, it could be warmer in the mountains and colder here, depending on where the front of the system is. But today we're supposed to be getting freezing rain. is what it was saying last night. It was really a confusing weather forecast. Me and my husband were looking at our phones like, what in the world is this saying about tomorrow? There was white raindrops, blue raindrops, little lines, and we're like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But that's how North Carolina is anyway. Like, they can say a dusting, and then you'll get 6 inches of snow. They can say freezing rain, and then it just rains. So, yeah, that's how it is here. You never really know. Of course, that's probably how it is anywhere, right? But anyway, it is raining. I hope it's not freezing rain, because we're going to go to my son's house later, and, I would like to go and not have the roads be frozen. It is getting up to, what was the high temperature? 40 or so. So at that point, it shouldn't be frozen anything. So hopefully we'll be good to go later. All right, so I just want to make sure this bottom part, it looks like it needs to be kind of like flattened out there. Because again, this is cardstock. Okay, we got those little, I can't keep track of what I've got glued down and what I don't have glued down because I'm just talking away. So I hope you're having good weather wherever you are, even if it's cold. Maybe it's nice and sunny. The sun did come out. I mean, the sun has been out a lot, and I can't complain because it hasn't really snowed here, or we haven't got that much rain really this winter, in the winter time. So probably need some rain today. And I looked at the next week, and it's one day of rain this next week, but no snow, which I'm happy about because I don't drive in the snow. And since I got my new job, it hasn't really snowed. I have my new job over a year now, and it hasn't really snowed. It hasn't, last winter it didn't snow here. And then, which is unusual, but a good thing. And so I never missed, a day of work because of snow or ice or anything. And then this year, so far, keep my fingers crossed, because sometimes it snows in December. I have my Facebook pictures come up, and it's like, on this day you had this much, and you have a picture of snow covering everything. I was like, oh wow, it snowed on December whatever last year, or a couple years ago. In the last 2 years, we haven't had any snow in December, so yay. Okay, so we got those pockets done. So I think those are really cute. Really cute. I think these are going to be really cute little journals. Oh, let me tell you what size. They're the same size. Well, I left my ruler in the other room. Oh, hold on. I have a ruler that I keep here on my table, but it's in the other room because I was listing some books. But if you're interested in any books, or anything else, take a peek at my shop, my eBay shop. But I have a little collection of rulers here anyway, so I can grab one of those. So about 4 inches wide by 5 3/4. So cute little books, antique books. So what I pulled out for scraps, let's put those to the side. I'm going to add more pages. This is what I took to work yesterday too, besides my glue and my corner rounder. I took this is coffee dyed cardstock. It was white cardstock that I brought home from work. That was like a divider page, and it's cardstock, and had a little tab on it. So there's a bunch of those that they didn't want anymore. They're going to throw them out. So I asked if I could bring them home, and they said as long as I cut off the tab, because sometimes they have names and things on them. So I did that. Anyway, I coffee dyed some of them to see what they would turn out like, and these are 2 of them right here. I think this is a thinner one. Actually, this is a thicker one. So coffee dyed that paper, and then this is just my coffee dyed paper. So I had taken that to work yesterday to cut up, but then I didn't take a lunch break. So what I have out here and pulled out of my scrap box is this pile of scraps. I have this little pile of scraps. I thought these could be little side tucks. Whoops, I got glue on my thumb. These could be little side tucks, like on a page. Oh, these are pages from Pilgrim's Progress that I glued pages together and things like that when I was at my parents' house. So, but let's just take a look at this. See, these little slim scraps like this could be used as a side tuck, so I could glue it down or even sew it down here like this. Or glue like that. And, or they could be, I mean, I probably wouldn't use them as a belly band. I would probably decorate them or do something to them first, like, or you could, but you could use them for a bit, you know, just a plain belly band and then decorate it or whatever, or a side tuck, or even a little pocket at the bottom. So I have those out here to do something with. Pretty, this is wallpaper. This is wallpaper. This is cardstock, pretty cardstock. And then these are cardstock. Okay, so I got those. I've got these little pieces. Oh, I've got glue on my desk. I need to wipe up because it's getting on stuff. Hold on. Let me grab something. Up here, where's that glue? Alright, there we go. Got it. Okay, so I have these little pieces. I thought these were cute, so I pulled those out. And there's my book pages. Let me put those to the side. This is the book block from Lorna Doone. I have the whole thing here. Some really neat pages. Like, look at this one. It's just all a brown page like that. And then it's all words, all text. Is there any pictures in here? In Pilgrim's Progress, there was a few pictures. This one. And I pulled them out and made ephemera out of them. You know, book page. Or book page, you know, book pages I could use in a journal. Here's some writing on this one. A little senior, 1914 and 1915. So this might have been someone's book for school, which I think the Pilgrim's Progress too was maybe a book that they had to read in school back then. Not sure, but that's the impression I got from the books. So a couple more library pockets, can be any size, but I just pulled my scraps out and I thought, well, I have these plain, and then it's like, oh, they're kind of boring, but then I have some colorful pieces here so we can add to it. So these are, this is, again, this wide. What did I do with my ruler? Here it is. This is about a 4-inch scrap, and this is probably looks like about a 4-inch scrap. So we could put these two together. Of course, they're very pretty. So what I would do is, let me just 1 second. I gotta grab something. Okay, I had to grab my paper cutter. So I think I would like to let's see. Let me do this. I don't want to make these too big because I want to make them in order to use them in a future journal that, you know, is going to be like, I mean, I don't know. It's going to be normal size. So I want to make some kind of normal size little pocket here, a little like you know, like a library pocket. So I'm going to cut about right here. Let me make a little pinch. So this is no kind of like measuring type of thing, especially when you use your scraps. You just kind of got to go with what you have and see what you can do, you know, to do your best to use up every piece of it type of thing and not make too many more scraps. So here's this. Let's see, that's cute. It's a little wide. It's 4 inches wide, right? Is that what I said? Yeah, it's exactly 4 inches wide, so it's not too wide. Let's go ahead and round the corners. I want to see what it looks like. And then we'll put it together with some paper so it's not quite so... I mean, pink is nice because, I mean, this is just a solid pink. So a solid color could be nice, actually, to use on, like you have put a paper, like say you put this paper on the inside of your journal cover. You know, it's very patterned, and then you want to put a library pocket on top, so you could put this on top, you know, and not kind of, you know, try to put a pattern. I usually do put a pattern on, but I kind of want to decorate these. You can also put them on a page. You don't have to put them on just on the inside of a, a book cover. So I kind of just want to decorate this one. And then I get to use up. So this is just one-sided pretty scrapbook paper here. There's a piece here and there's a piece here. I'm just trying to see what's on the back because this is paper I got from Hobby Lobby. And it was on clearance. It's not super clearance, but I think it used to be like sold in single sheets. So the original piece that I had was a 12 by 12, I believe, on this one. And it had a little branding, words down on the back corner. But I must have already used that piece, so that's why I was looking at the back there. But let's see, this one is a little thinner than the other one. I'm kind of thinking I would like to put a piece here and a piece here, but leave a little frame of pink. So that means I need to cut the strip off of here. So, and just a little bit of maybe about 1/4 of an inch. So let's do that. Let's see what we can do with this a little bit. This is pretty strong paper. It's not super thin, so I could make a library pocket out of this by itself. I feel like it's like, I don't know, it's just not thin paper, so it's strong paper, so not quite stark cardstock, but it's strong, so I could make maybe we'll do that next, make a pocket just out of this. Okay, let's see how that fits on here. Yes, that'll be pretty. So, and back here. Oh, yeah, and then we can line it up. They'll line up with each other because they'll be the same size. So let's cut a little piece for this back part. And I want a little bit of a frame, like I said. So I'm going to make a pinch there where I need to cut. So library pockets are a good way to use up some scraps. Like, I showed you the different shapes I have here. Okay, so this is going to go back here. And then I'll cut another piece for right here. And I also have a little frame around that. Look how pretty that'll be. So about right here. Make a little pinch there. And cut that piece off. And it's a simple thing to make, right? But so useful and so pretty. Using up all your pretty scraps, right? Why not? Keep up with them a little bit, or try to. Okay, so I'm going to round the corners of this top piece here because, I have rounded corners there. So that'll look nice. Right there. And then we'll round the top corners of this piece. And then we'll glue those down and glue our pocket together, and we'll have a pocket made. So, yeah, you could probably, this is a great mobile craft. Grab your scraps and your glue, whatever you need to cut with. And I don't need to clean that out right now. I just saw it. I was like, oh, get that out of there. But no, this is a great mobile craft, actually. TV, if you're sitting in front of the TV and want to make some library pockets, you could do this like this. Only need a few things. You don't really have to have I do take this cutting piece out there, my cutting tool, but my paper slicer, my paper cutter. But you don't have to. You could just take scissors out there if you're comfortable with cutting with scissors. So that's cute there. And I try not to put too much glue on here. Kind of put a lot on that last piece. I didn't mean to. But yeah, right now my mobile craft is I sell hymn book pages, from hymn books in my shop, and I try to keep some ready. People order them, believe it or not, quite often. So I try to keep some ready so that when I get an order, they're, I don't have to get the pages out of the hymn book. They're ready to go. They're, I have a stack of them ready to go. I just have to count how many they want, count out how many they want. And my last order cleaned me out. So I was like, let me get some more of these ready, and like more, because she ordered 100 pages the last order. Thank you if you're watching my, I don't think she watches my YouTube channel, but if you do, thank you. And so I was like, yeah, let me get some of these ready, some more of these ready, because, you know, when I come home from work and it's like, okay, I have to not only just count them out, but get them out of the handbook. You know, that's a whole other, you know, story, and, you know, depending on how hard they are to get out, just how long it takes. So I'm like, while I'm watching TV, that'll be my mobile craft for the next couple weeks, is getting the handbook pages ready and kind of in a nice stack, so I can just, when someone orders them, I can just count them out and they can be on their way. So that's, but yeah, I try to remember these things, you know, whenever I do something this like this on video. This would be a great mobile craft type of thing, you know. Doesn't, or I could take them to work too. Easily take it to work, because I already have a paper cutter there. All I need is paper and glue. So there we go. I used Fabri-Tac to glue this piece together onto this piece, because these are cardstock and I like to use the sturdiest glue. And I say this in a lot of my videos, but just in case you're new, I want to, you know, I'll repeat myself so that you know why I'm using what glue I'm using. But, you know, cardstock to cardstock, it's thick paper, and I like to make sure it's going to stay where I put it. And then this paper right here, that it was just paper. It was thick paper, but it's not cardstock. I just used the art glitter glue on. So, I mean, that's so simple. I don't have to keep, like, showing you, I know. But look how cute that is. And it's going to go into one of my journals one of these days. And I think I'll try to make another one. Let's see, I can make another one here. I have this same paper. And you don't have to have the same size in the front and back. If you want to make one for the front and back, I don't have to be like, oh, I need the one that's the same size. It can be less wide. It can be a little shorter. It can be whatever scrap you have. It doesn't even have to be the same paper. It doesn't even have to be the same pocket. It can be a completely different pocket. Like if I wanted to make a little side tuck for the back, I could take this and a piece of this and just make a little pretty little side tuck, like cut it here. Or look how pretty that is. I love that too. What can I do with that? That could be the lining of a inside of a journal. Would look pretty like that too, wouldn't it? 2 layers like that. Anyway, it's all a matter of getting your scraps out and just putting them together and having some fun. Oh, look at this. I didn't realize this looks good together too. Look how pretty this is with the green. I just saw pink there, but look, these are just laying on my table. And this has this beautiful green leaves that are the exact color. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm going to make a couple with this now. Okay, I'm going to probably make another one to go with this. Whatever size it turns out. Like I said, it doesn't have to be the same size. And then I can make a couple with this one. And then I have all these scraps here that I got out. See, these could be possibly more little pockets made out of these. These are paper. So I might combine them with, like, here's some cardstock here. I could combine some of these with this, and here's some cardstock here. I can make some little ones with this, and layer it with some paper. So yeah, I'm going to continue on, and I'll see you all in my next video. I hope you enjoyed today's ideas and the start of my 2 new little projects, and I will continue with the projects, the 2 little journals, and show you what I'm going to do with those next. Here they are. I think I'll put some more pages in here, and then get back together with you, and we'll do whatever, maybe some little decorating or whatever I decide to do next on video. So thanks for watching today. I'll see you in my next video, and have a great day.